Hello and welcome to Wingin It. And so we are back here with some more content from the Wingspan Oceania expansion. If you didn't know already, it is now out on the digital edition on all platforms. So do go and download that. There will be links in the description. But yeah, we are going to get stuck in with some more content, and I thought I would change it up a little bit here because now there are enough cards here where we can start to take out some original base game and Swift Start cards. So there is an option here where you can now play with just the European and Oceania expansion birds. And I think if you want to be exploring these new Oceania birds in the most condensed way possible, I think this is a really good option. So, now the majority of the cards in the deck are going to be from the Oceania expansion. And then, of course, all the other ones in the rest of the deck, it's going to be filled out with those European expansion birds. So I think this could be quite interesting. Of course, I would say the base game birds are the ones I'm most familiar with. And the ones I've definitely had the most experience playing with. But they're now going to be gone. They're not going to be in this deck. So will be interesting to see how that changes the balance of the deck, if that's going to change our approach here in our strategy. So we're just going to get stuck in. We're going to leave everything else as it is. And let's see. Hopefully we're going to get to see lots of exciting new birds from the Oceania expansion. And okay, here we go. It's a full complement. What more could you want than that? Nothing but Oceania birds. So very, very nice start. Little penguin, always an interesting bird. I think I might have to just go ahead and keep that just because it's so fun to play with. And the rainbow lorikeet, I think this is a really good bird early on. It's 2 food and only 1 point. However, that is such a strong power. You're adding nectar to your spent nectar space. You're gaining extra food from the bird feeder, which might just end up being more nectar. So that feels like a really, really strong power. And yeah, this kakapo as well for the game end power. Looking at lots of bonus cards. I mean, all of these birds, I've got to say, are pretty tempting. I might just keep all of them. These 4 at least. Of course, with the Oceania start, you get that starting nectar, so you can afford to be a little bit more greedy sometimes. And for sure, with this lorikeet, we can just take food a bit and maybe get something going there. So we'll take a look at the bonus cards and okay. Citizen scientist, not so great. Wetland data analyst could actually be an option here because little penguin is a flightless bird. It has no wingspan, so that gives us a bit of flexibility. We'll have a look at the tray. Okay, maybe something like that white-bellied sea eagle. That could be another big point option. We could just be getting a lot of cash food here in our wetlands. So maybe we'll leave the pigeon. We'll keep an extra fish just to help get this penguin down. But yeah, I think we can get the lorikeet in our forest, start taking a bit of food. And then get the penguin down and kind of go from there. So I'm quite happy to lock that in. No grass and bird here, so we are going to have maybe a bit of an egg problem. But we'll try and cope with that as it goes. And yeah, opponent there. The AI here, just keeping the 1 bird and going with that. So yeah, we're going to get our lorikeet down. I think that's pretty much a no-brainer opening here. And we're going to want to get brown powers down as well for this first end of round goal. So something to bear in mind now. The sea eagle has gone. That is a bit of a shame. But here we go. We can take a bit of food here. And I think, yeah, we're going to start getting this fish. I think that is going to be nice for us. So we can now discard our nectar to the spent nectar space. And there we go. Get a couple of food. And we've already got our 3 fish. So we could maybe even think about just getting the penguin down already. Start drawing some cards. So I think we're going to do that. There we go. The AI has played the sea eagle in the forest. A very nice option. But little penguin, you're going to go down. And oh boy, we're going to see... this is a very interesting power in the Oceania expansion. So, just to explain it for those not familiar, you draw and discard 5 from the deck. And for every fish in the food cost of those birds, you cash 1 from the supply on the little penguin. So, yeah, there's a lot of variance on this bird. You can have birds with no fish coming up, and then you're not going to get any cash food. But, if you draw Atlantic puffin, something like this sea eagle could be a good option with the fish in the cost. You can potentially get 3, 4, as many fish as you can dream of in a single turn is possible. So, as I say, high variance, but it can definitely be a fun one to play with. So I think we're going to go ahead and draw and see what we get. Common Goldeneye and Abbott's Booby. This is another really good one. Like the Kakapo, for just looking at a lot of bonus cards. So I'm very happy to be picking that up. And here we go. Let's have a look. What are we going to get? There we go. I will take that. Kelp Gull and Great Crested Grebe for the triple fish. Very lovely stuff. Already 3 points on that little penguin. So yeah, I think this is going to be the kind of bird where you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. And your opinions on it are probably going to be swayed by those first few games that you have playing with the penguin. So who knows, maybe I'm going to be a penguin fanboy after this game. I've already got it as my avatar, so maybe that's going to do me some favours there. So interesting play from the AI here. So the green pygmy goose, there are quite a few birds like this in the Oceania expansion where you're giving stuff to other players, so they're going to be drawing 2 cards from the deck, and I'm going to be getting some cards, so that could be useful. That might be something to bear in mind. Maybe that's something we can discard for some eggs, or maybe, yeah, look to discard for a bit of food in our forest. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and get a bit of food, because there is a nectar here, so I can, of course, use this Lorikeet power and re-roll, and there we go. We've just turned 1 nectar into 2. Lovely stuff there. Very, very nice indeed. And, yeah, I think maybe I might look at getting this Goldeneye down. And here we go, free card. Asian Green Woodpecker, not the greatest, but I'll take it nonetheless. So, yeah, this Goldeneye could be really good. We've already got 2 cavity nests down, so I think that's going to be a good one to go ahead and play. And I think I'll use this this Green Woodpecker. I think you can go. Not too big of a fan of you. Just get that extra egg early on. I think that could be crucial here. So let's do that. And then, yeah, we can maybe go ahead and play this Goldeneye. I think going for the forest is going to be good here. If I think about in the wetlands, I want to be playing this Abbott's Booby first for this bonus card. And maybe we can start high and maybe decrease, because you can go either way. You can go ascending or descending. So we'll try and go descending with the wingspan, so try and work our way down with some slightly smaller birds. But yeah, we are going to play this, and I think we'll just use the 1 nectar, because I think I want to make sure that I can use the Lorikeet power. So we are going to go for food again here, although let's try and think, what's my opponent going to do? They're probably not going to take that nectar if they do take food, so actually let's use both nectars. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble that the nectar is still going to be in that feeder, so I can grab that and use this Lorikeet power, because that's going to be important, and it is indeed there. Collar Dove, there we go. In my first game, AI played the Starling, and here they're playing the Collar Dove, so I think these could be pretty good birds here with the strengthened forest setup in the Oceania expansion. But for now, we're just going to go ahead, take our food, discard our nectar, and look at this. We've already got 6 nectar there. We should be winning that nectar race, so we'll take a rodent just for a bit of diversity. No fish, so we might have to do some forcing with the booby, but not a problem. I think we are going to have lots and lots of food. So another card, Grey Heron. Maybe not so interested in you, but there we go. 2 eggs, and that is a new feature. You now can just lay all. I'm loving that. I am loving that, because having to click for each egg, so annoying. So we'll take that, and we'll take a tie in the round as well. We go into the next round. So many new birds. This whole tray is full of Oceania birds. So what have we got? We've got the red-necked avocet, the brown falcon, and the white-faced heron. Now that heron could be an interesting one in our wetlands. We'll keep an eye on that, but hey, I see nectar in the bird feeder. I'm going to go ahead and grab nectar. Not going to think twice about it, and I'll probably even ditch this heron just to get a bit more nectar even. So Lorikeet, how much more nectar can I get? Just all the nectar. So this is the strength, I think, of having a good forest in the Oceania expansion is, yeah, when you've got birds like the booby that needs all this fish, and even sometimes getting the berries for the kakapo can be a bit of a struggle. Just get nectar, and then it's not a problem anymore, so easy as you like. We'll go ahead and get this booby down. We can discard off our Goldeneye, and what are we going to see? We get to draw 3 here. And okay, we've got some pretty damn good ones there, I've got to say. Mechanical Engineer, I think, is potentially the best bonus card in the game now with the Oceania expansion. And Ethologist, you know, we all know and love that. Another power color in play here makes it all the more interesting. So, okay, we now can even discard. Look at this. This is a very nice, I've got to say. The UI here is very nice. Got to discard 2. I think these data analyst ones, they can get in the bin. I think with the Starness that we've already got as well for Mechanical Engineer, that's going to be super, super easy. And Ethologist should be guaranteed 6. We might be able to get 8 or even 10 on that. So that was a very, very nice Abbott's Booby play. That got us a lot of good points potential there from these bonus cards. So I will take that very much. And okay, let's just assess my opponent. They're going for some caching. It looks like in the forest already. The Sea Eagle doing some good stuff there. I'm definitely tempted to go ahead and pick up this White-Faced Heron, and I can just play that pretty much straight away here. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And we'll top deck as well. Cuckoo could be very handy. Could be very handy indeed with the pink power getting some extra eggs. So yeah, let's use the penguin. How many fish are we going to get this time? Look at that. Common Kingfisher and Northern Gannet. Another 4 fish. We'll take it. Little penguin. You are the star of the show here right now. 7 cached fish. And I think I've only used it twice. So this might be my lucky day. I might have to go and buy a lottery ticket later on today. Because yeah, that is looking very tasty for me. So okay, we've got lots of good options here. I do think I want to get this cuckoo down, and it's another one for Ethologist, to be honest. So another power color up here in this forest, I think, is where I want to be playing it. So we'll do that. We'll clear off this egg from the Golden Knight, or will we? We maybe want to go off this penguin because that is actually the only space that we have that the cuckoo can lay eggs on. So we'll do that. And yeah, this Ethologist looking pretty nice already. And the Mechanical Engineer is going to look really good once we can get this heron down, which I think we'll just do that now. Let's do it. Why not? Let's get it down. It's maybe going to get some points. We'll go ahead and draw cards. So yeah, we are going to want to draw cards, get ourselves in a good looking position here, I think, for this end of round. So little Buster going down. Good little play. Build out this grasslands for the AI. I think they are hopefully going to be laying some eggs. And hopefully we can start collecting them here on our little penguin. But okay, 2 turns left. I think we want to be drawing cards here and seeing where that can take us. So I'm going to use this option of discarding the seed. I think we are going to be good for food. So I want to reset this tray, see what else we get. Okay, Australian Magpie. We did have that come up previously. Not so sure it's going to come massively in handy here. Let's just go off the top. Well, I would have liked that with the penguin, but you know what? I'll take it in my hand as well. Don't mind that at all. Let's reset the bird feeder. Look at this. 2 fish, and I can choose. I can choose to keep them or cache them. That's very interesting. I mean, keeping them could be quite nice if we want to go for this black noddy. But I think we've got such good food access that actually I'm just going to cache them. I'll take those 2 points, and we'll see Little Penguin. What can you do for me this time? Okay, it's not quite the same heroics as before, but I'll take a point. I'll take 1 fish. You've done a pretty good job for me, I think, so far in this game. Very nice to see. And oh boy, look at that feeder. I mean, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to draw cards now because it will win me the end of round, and I can pick up all that nectar next round. So let's see what we get this time. North Island Brown Kiwi is another exceptional bonus card bird, so we might not want to discard one of these. We might want to play another bonus card bird because you've got to discard something from your hand. But we will see on that one. Reset the bird feeder. No luck on the heron this time. Common Penguin. What can you do? It's not meant to be. As I said, already the 8 fish probably exceeded my expectations there. So a couple of fish, or should I say a couple of eggs for the GoldenEye. So very, very nice indeed. We'll try and get some more cavity nests down as this game goes on, and maybe that common swift could be one that we do indeed go and pick up. I think that could be quite nice, because we are going to run forest, I think, for some points. Certainly getting this nectar on the lorikeet and getting a few more worms to use on the swift. I think that could be pretty good, so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Come on, heron. There we go. One fish. We'll take it. We'll cash you for a point. And little penguin. There we go. Little penguin has had his time in the sun, I think. It's not meant to be. But never mind. As I said, I think it has already done. Pretty good. So, man, we've got some new stuff in the tray. Need to look at this. So the scrub fowl, lay one on each of your birds with a ground nest, and then the fairy wren is the same but with star nest. So, okay, interesting options. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take food, and I think we can get rid of probably grey-lag goose and start to get some nectar and some worms, because with this common swift we're going to want plenty of those. So yeah, let's just keep going with the nectar and the worms. I think we could look to play this round, and I think maybe actually might play the kakapo now, just to build out this forest and get a bit more food when we are taking that action. So yeah, we'll use one of our nectars, but I think we'll save the other one, maybe for the lorikeet. Maybe we want to play this black noddy as well at some point. But yeah, we've got some options here. Certainly some options to work with. So good looking feeder, lots of worms and the one nectar we needed. So we'll take that. Pick up the worm. And yeah, okay, even more nectar. It's always getting too late in the round to be thinking about nectar, but I think it is still worth doing that. I can always yeah, just take a turn at grabbing some more worms. And there we go, free egg. Almost forgotten about this cuckoo because we hadn't seen any free eggs coming through. But I'll take it nonetheless, thank you very much. And yeah, I think now we'll play our swift. We'll use one nectar, so we've got that one nectar spent in the grasslands. And I probably should add, actually, it's important to note when using this common swift power, they have to be worms. You can't use nectar here. However, when you have something like this collar dove, you can use nectar, and not only can you use it, it counts as spending nectar in that habitat. So that could be a very handy way of winning those nectar races. But okay, last turn of the round. That's 76 points already. A little bit silly. How are we looking on mechanical engineer? Let's try and think about this. So we have got our two platform nests. We've got two cavity nests. How are we looking on the others? We've got no cup nest, but we do have a star. So maybe this star nest could help, and maybe just these two in the grasslands actually could be looking good for mechanical engineers. So okay, I think we're going to take food, and we're going to take some worms, and we're also going to take some seeds because that's what we need to play these other birds. So loads of worms, maybe a fish as well. Do I want to play this noddy? I'm actually not sure at this point. We'll take worms because we know those worms, even if not this round, for next round, they're going to be useful on the swift. So here we go, a couple of teal powers. Get rid of 5 worms. Very nice. Golden eye, going to get 3 eggs. Very nice as well. So, okay. We're looking good here. We go into this final round, and we've got a lot of birds with their beaks pointing to the right as well. So that, yeah, it's definitely a nice option. And here we go, free card. It's the rough. Very nice. Oh, and another free card. And it's the Rybill. Okay, okay. Things are looking good. I'm sitting up in my chair because I'm excited at the options we have available. Certainly this Rybill. There are 4 discarded. It even shows you that. That's very nice. I'm kind of thinking we use the Rybill, and then even if we get a terrible bonus card, we play the Kiwi, and we're kind of okay with that. And yeah, that's going to help for the mechanical engineer. I think that's going to be us done, actually. Rybill and Kiwi between them will max us out. So, okay, we're going to take some food because there is nectar, and we want nectar to help us playing these birds. Rough, I think you can go. And okay, a little bit more wormage, perhaps? Is that what we're looking for? I think maybe we're just looking for more wormage. We'll discard that, and yeah, just take even more worms. Just go for the worms. So many worms, but okay. Yeah, I think we do want to get this one down first. We'll play that. What are we going to get? Okay, so actually, we're scoring quite well off this wetland data analyst. We would already be able to get 5 points from that, which is almost too good to be worth discarding with the Kiwi. Yeah, I should have remembered. This is another thing, actually. You probably want to try and bear in mind the bonus cards you already discarded. Because that could definitely be useful information. But yeah, I think we have to keep this one. It's the most points. Makes sense. But man, now we have some difficult decisions to make. What else do we do? What else do we play? Do we still play this this Kiwi? I feel like this is a good play in the forest. The 10-point ethologist, never before seen, for me at least. And of course the Star Nest is going to max out this mechanical engineer. So yeah, I think we do play that. And sorry, 5-point wetland data analyst, I think you are going to go, and we're just going to gamble that we can find some better things with the old Kiwi here. So let's go ahead, play the Kiwi, see what we find once we discard the data analyst. And okay, well, it's some good news and some bad news. There aren't enough bonus cards left in the deck. Okay, maybe I should have bared this in mind, because actually we've now ended up drawing some of these ones that were already discarded. Because I'm pretty sure these three at least were. Maybe that's a symptom of not using the base game cards. But okay, Bird Bander is maybe an option with the Swallow, but yeah, I think if I thought that through a bit more carefully, I could potentially set it up here to end up with both those data analysts for lots and lots of points. But never mind. I think we will take Bird Band. I think that's going to be my best shot at getting some more points from that bonus card. But okay. We get an egg off this cuckoo. Actually, that could change things. That could make things very nice, because now maybe we can actually play the Swallow. And that is going to be our Bird Bander. 4 more points, and the Swallow gets us a couple of tucks. So not too bad. It does cost us a couple of worms, but maybe not such a big deal. Maybe still worth it. So we will go ahead. We will play that. It is another bird with a beak pointing to the right, so not actually looked at this end around. Yeah, maybe that might come into play for us here. But okay, final turn. What do we do here? I think probably just lay eggs for 3. It is tempting to draw cards and gamble on the penguin. Do you know what? I might just do that because it's fun. So let's see what this penguin can do. And of course, we've still got this heron as well. Perhaps some fish from that. No dice. Penguin. Okay, you at least got 1. So laying eggs is definitely better. But we got a 9th fish on the penguin. That's all that matters. So a few worms off the swift. Very nice. And 4 eggs now, because the welcome swallow actually didn't think about that. Another egg, the golden eye. We'll take it. I think we do win the end of round. We do. So the swallow was a better play than I gave it credit for. So we did well in this end of rounds. We're going to go into the scores. No, we're not, because we've got Kakapo. And maybe now, because there's not going to be enough bonus cards. So we might just end up drawing. There it is. Wetland data analyst. I would take that. We'll take you for 5. So yeah. Definitely not enough bonus cards in the game when you leave out the base game birds. Got to bear that in mind. But look at that. Smashing the nectar in the forest. Not really a surprise there. And then we're perhaps going to fall behind maybe in the other habitats. But okay, wetlands we won as well. So 2 out of 3. I'll definitely take that. And here we go finally. Once we've got all of that out of the way into the score. So yeah, I think this should be a pretty big score. I mean, we had some pretty monster bonus cards. So let's see how many it is going to be in total. I know it's a lot. 32. Very nice. And we did pretty well on the end of round goals as well. Didn't have too many eggs, but we did have a lot of caches. So Little Penguin definitely helping out there. And a few tucks to go with it. And of course, we did well in the nectar race as well. And 133 is the final score. 93 for my opponent. So yeah, pretty wild board. But like I say, it was all in the bonus cards. 10-point ethologist. 8-point mechanical engineer. Very, very nice stuff. And then, yeah, picking up some extra points as well from these data analysts and the bird bander. But Little Penguin, star of the show, gotta say, 9 fish. Don't expect that every game from the Little Penguin, but who knows? That might be a bird to watch in the Oceania expansion here. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that game. I definitely did. That was an absolute blast. So thank you very much for watching. So if you want to see more Oceania content, there is plenty more coming your way. So do hit that subscribe button. Do stay tuned, and I will see you in another game very, very soon.